Reese grabbed a tablet. A signal from deep space. Unknown ships approaching. Kai looked at the sky. Looks like the war isn't over, he said. Scene. The first contact. The ships landed quietly. Out came aliens unlike any Kai had seen. Tall, with silver skin and glowing blue eyes. Their leader stepped forward. We watched your rebellion. Impressive, she said. Kai raised his hands. Who are you? We are the Velari, she said. And we offer a choice. Join us, or be destroyed. Scene. A new threat. Kai looked at Reese and Lyra. Reese said, this is bigger than us. Lyra added, we need to prepare. Kai's fire burned fiercely. We will fight. But this time, we fight for peace. Scene. Building alliances. Kai met with Velari leaders. They shared stories of other planets under the Velari's control, worlds waiting to be freed. Kai saw a chance. Together, we can end slavery everywhere. The Velari leader nodded slowly. We will watch. We will wait. But know this, betrayal means war. Scene. Training the next generation. Back on Earth, Kai trained young fighters. Fire is not just power, he told them. It's responsibility. Children laughed as they learned to control small flames. Hope grew in the air. Scene. Shadows in the dark. But in the shadows, old enemies whispered. A dark figure watched Kai's training camp. We will return, the figure said. The fire will burn out. Scene. Kai's promise. Kai stood before the stars. I will protect this new world, he said. And if the fire fades, he smiled, then I will light it again. The stars shone cold and distant above the new human world. Kai stood in the training grounds, watching the young fighters practice. His fire burned low, calm, but ready. The peace was fragile. The Woe-Arnang. Reese approached, face grim. We received a message from the outer colonies. Kai frowned. What is it? Rebels. Human colonies fighting against the Velari rule. But they say the Velari protect slaves, yet they are cruel. The colonies want to break free. Kai's eyes narrowed. Another war. Reese shook his head. More than that. The Velari may not be as they seem. HFY First 5 to 7 minutes. Suddenly, the sky flashed with light. Kai's fire flared. Ship approaching fast, Reese said. The ship landed hard, shaking the ground. From the ramp came a woman, fierce and determined. My name is Zora, she said. I bring news and a warning. Scene. Zora's story. Zora told them about the outer colonies. They suffer under the Velari. Slavery hidden behind promises of peace. We fight for freedom. Kai looked at Reese and Lyra. We helped end one empire. Now another controls the stars. Lyra said, we must choose. Help the rebels, or risk becoming the new slaves. Scene. The plan. Kai gathered his leaders. We fight with fire, he said. But this time, we fight smart. They planned to send a team to the outer colonies to join the rebels and learn their true enemy. Scene. Journey to rebellion. Kai led the team through deep space. The stars felt colder here. They landed on a rough, battered planet. Rebel fighters welcomed them, scared but hopeful. Scene. Bonds of fire. Kai trained with the rebels. He taught them to control their fire, to use it not just as a weapon, but as a symbol of hope. Zara watched Kai closely. Your fire burns strong, she said, but can it burn the chains of an empire? Kai smiled. We will see. Scene. Betrayal. One night, a rebel whispered to Kai. There is a spy among us. Someone working for the Velari. Kai's fire flared hot. We must find them. Scene. The spy. They set a trap. Kai stood ready, fire burning bright. The spy was caught, a trusted fighter turned traitor. Kai looked him in the eyes. You chose chains over fire. The spy laughed bitterly. Chains bring safety. Fire brings death. Kai led the charge, fire blazing from his hands. He fought like a storm, burning machines and enemies alike. But the alien general was strong. He blocked Kai's fire with a shield. They clashed, fire against metal. Kai struggled, but remembered Lyra's words. Seeing, unlocking power. Kai closed his eyes. He reached deep inside. The fire inside him grew hotter and brighter. He opened his eyes, now glowing white-hot. He released a massive wave of fire. The alien general was thrown back, stunned. Kai smiled. I am more than fire. I am hope. Scene, victory, and loss. The humans fought harder, inspired by Kai's power. Slowly, the aliens retreated, but the cost was high. Many humans lay wounded or dead. Reese walked over. We won, but we must keep fighting. Kai looked at the sky. The fire will never die. Scene, a new beginning. Lyra stood beside Kai. You have changed everything. Kai smiled. This is only the start. They looked at the stars, ready for the battles to come. Smoke covered the battlefield. Kai stood tall among the ruins. His hands burned with power. The fire inside him was stronger than ever. Around him, humans and aliens lay quiet. The war was not over, but a new hope was born. First 5 to 7 minutes. Kai looked at the broken chains on the ground, symbols of slavery and pain. We won't be slaves anymore, he said. Today, we burn their chains. Suddenly, alarms blared. The alien High Council was sending one final attack. Kai clenched his fists. Then we fight. One last time. Seeing, preparing the final strike. Reese gathered the fighters. This is it. The last battle for freedom. Lyra stood by Kai. Are you ready? Kai nodded. More than ever. Scene, the final battle. The alien fleet came in full force. Kai led the charge, fire blazing like a comet through the sky. The battle was fierce. Explosions shook the ground. Kai's fire burned everything. Enemy ships, weapons, and machines. The alien soldiers fought hard, but the fire was unstoppable. Scene, breaking the chains. Kai reached the alien command ship. Inside, the alien leaders waited. Kai's fire roared as he broke through their defenses. The leaders fell, their empire crumbling. Kai shouted, "We are free." Scene, a new future. The war ended. Humans returned to Earth, no longer slaves but heroes. Kai and Lyra stood on a hill, watching the sunrise. The fire will always burn, Kai said. Lyra smiled. And so will our freedom. To be continued in Part 7, Ashes of Empire. The sky was dark with smoke and fire. The alien empire was falling apart. Kai stood on the battlefield, his fire blazing brighter than ever. Around him, the last alien soldiers fled or surrendered. First 5 to 7 minutes. Kai looked up to the sky. This is our world now, he said. We will never be slaves again. Suddenly, a shadow moved behind him. The alien general from before stepped forward, wounded but alive. You think this is over? The general hissed. Kai turned, fire ready in its hands. This is just the beginning, Kai said. Scene, final duel. The alien general charged. Kai met him with a blast of fire. The two fought fiercely, fire against metal, strength against will. Kai's flames grew hotter with every strike. With a final roar, Kai unleashed a huge fire wave. The general fell, defeated. Scene, the empire falls. With the general's fall, the alien army collapsed. Humans cheered. Reese came to Kai. You did it. You saved us all. Kai looked at the burning ruins. We did it. Together. Scene, a new dawn. Kai and Lyra stood side by side, watching the sun rise over a free world. "The fire will guide us," Kai said. Lyra smiled. "And we will build a future." The war was over. The sky was clear for the first time in years. Kai stood on a hill overlooking the ruins of the old alien empire. His hand still flickered softly with fire, but now it was calm, a quiet glow. Around him, humans and aliens worked side by side to rebuild what the war had broken. The new world. The old cities were gone, but new ones were rising. Reese walked beside Kai. "It won't be easy," he said. "The Empire's ashes still burn in some hearts." Kai nodded. "Freedom is just the first step." Lyra joined them, carrying a small device. "We found something," she said. "Old data from the Alien High Council." Kai took the device, eyes narrowing. "What does it say?" Lyra smiled. "There are other worlds, other empires. They watched us fight, and they are not happy." First 5 to 7 minutes. Suddenly, alarms blared across the base. Kai's fire flared brighter. What now? The cage was cold. The bars were made of black metal, harder than steel. A boy named Kai sat inside, knees pulled to his chest. He didn't know where he was. He only knew this wasn't Earth. Outside the cage, strange aliens walked by. Tall, with silver skin and glowing yellow eyes. Their armor made a loud hum as they moved. One of them stopped and looked at Kai. "Another Earth slave," the alien said, laughing. "This one looks weak. He won't last long." Kai didn't speak. He wanted to fight, but he was tired. His body hurt. His wrists were bruised from the chains. His back burned from the whip they used earlier. All around him, other cages held other humans, men, women, even children. All were silent. Some stared at the floor. Some didn't move at all. A loud horn echoed through the prison camp. The cages opened one by one. Kai stood up slowly. It was time for work. The guards pushed the humans forward. They made them carry giant stones, dig in hard rock, and build strange alien towers. If anyone moved too slow, they were shocked with electric rods. Kai worked all day. His hands bled. His shoulders ached. But he didn't fall. He never fell. An old man worked beside him. His hair was white. His skin dark and dry. He looked weak, but his eyes were strong. "Your name?" the old man asked. "Kai," he said. "You're young. You still have fire in you." Kai looked around. "There's no fire left in anyone here." The old man smiled. "It's still there, hidden, sleeping, but not gone." Kai didn't understand. "What do you mean?" The man leaned closer and whispered a word. "Ignis." Before Kai could ask what it meant, a guard appeared. The alien had heard him. "You speak forbidden words," the guard shouted. He pulled out a blaster. The old man raised his hand, but it was too late. A bright flash. The old man fell, dead. Kai screamed. Something inside him snapped. His eyes burned. His heart raced. The air around him felt hot. He looked at the alien who killed the old man. "You'll pay for that." The alien laughed. "You'll be next." Suddenly, Kai's hand started to glow. A soft red light. His skin felt like it was on fire, but it didn't hurt. The alien stepped back. Fear appeared in his glowing eyes. Another guard came running. "What's happening to him?" "He's one of them," the first shouted. "The cursed ones. The Firebloods." More aliens came. They hit Kai with electric rods. He screamed. The red light disappeared. He fell to the ground, shaking. They threw him into a smaller cage, alone, cold, and dark. Hours passed, maybe days. Kai didn't know how long he had been there. His body ached. His mind was full of pain. But something inside him had changed. He wasn't just a slave anymore. He had seen something, felt something. Power. The door opened. 2 aliens in white coats entered. They wore masks and carried scanners. "He's still alive," one said, "even after the shock level we used." The other looked at the glowing marks on Kay's arms. "He's different. Very different." They picked him up and carried him out. This time, not to work, but to a lab. The lab was bright and cold. Machines blinked. Tubes hung from the walls. They tied Kai to a table, stuck needles into him, took his blood, scanned his body. One alien scientist looked nervous. "The fire gene. It's real." "We must tell the High Lords," the other replied, "if this spreads again." Kai didn't hear the rest. His mind was spinning. Fire gene. What were they talking about? Then someone new entered the lab. A young alien woman. Her skin was blue, her eyes soft. She looked at Kai, then at the others. "I'll take care of this one," she said. The other scientists looked unsure. "He's dangerous." "I'll handle it," she said again. Firm. They left. She walked to Kai and cut his straps. He sat up, weak and confused. "Why are you helping me?" he asked. She whispered, "Because I know what you are. I've seen the stories. My father told me." Kai looked at her. "What stories?" She leaned close. "Long ago, humans like you rose up. They burned cities, destroyed fleets. The aliens called them demons, but they were only angry." Kay's heart pounded. "You are one of them," she said. "You are the fire, and it's time to burn the chains." The base was alive with noise. Humans trained hard, lifting weapons, running drills, practicing fighting. Kai watched them, feeling a strange mix of hope and fear. They looked like warriors, but they had been slaves for so long. Reese walked beside Kai. "They are the last of Earth's free people, the last army." Kai nodded slowly. "We need to be strong." HFY First 5 to 7 minutes. A loud alarm rang through the base. The command center lit up red. Reese grabbed a tablet. "They found us. Alien patrols are coming." Kay's heart jumped. "How many?" "Too many. We must move fast." Kai looked at the fighters around him. "Are we ready to fight?" A woman with a scar on her cheek stepped forward. "We have to be, or we die here." Reese gave orders. "Prepare the weapons. Ready the ships." Scene. Preparing for battle. Kai trained with the humans. He learned to shoot guns, to fight hand-to-hand. But the fire inside him was the strongest weapon. Lyra helped him control it. "You can't burn everything," she warned. "We need to be smart." Kai listened. He practiced making the fire small, precise. At night, Kai sat outside, looking at the stars. "I want to free Earth," he said quietly. Lyra smiled. "One battle at a time." Scene. The attack plan. Reese gathered everyone. "We strike at dawn. The fuel station is guarded by elite troops and machines." Kay's hands glowed red. "I'll lead the front." Reese looked at him. "Good. We need your power." Scene. The battle begins. The ships flew low over the alien world. Kai's heart pounded like a drum. As they landed, alien alarms blared. Lights flashed red. The enemy was waiting. Explosions shook the ground. Kai threw fireballs, melting enemy weapons and robots. Humans fought bravely beside him. But the aliens had reinforcements. Scene. The ambush. Suddenly, from the shadows, more alien soldiers appeared. Kai saw a dark figure step forward, the alien officer from the prison camp. "You cannot win." "Fireblood," the officer sneered. "We will burn your hope." Kay's eyes burned brighter. "We will burn your empire." The battle grew fierce. Humans pushed forward, but the aliens fought harder. Kai saw one of the fighters fall. His hand grabbed a glowing sword and shouted, "For Earth." The fight was on. Scene. A secret weapon. Lyra ran to Kai. There's something you must see. She led him to a hidden room filled with strange devices. This is old Earth technology, she said. We can use it to turn the tide. Kai's eyes lit up. Let's do it. Scene. Turning the tide. Kai used his fire to power the machines. They hummed and glowed. Outside, the battle raged. Suddenly, a huge wave of energy exploded from the base. The alien soldiers froze. Their machines shut down. The humans shouted in victory. Scene. Aftermath. Kai stood with Reese and Lyra. We won today, Reese said. But the war is far from over. Kai looked at the burning horizon. We fight for every slave, he said. Lyra smiled softly, and for every fire that will burn their chains. In the darkness, the alien High Council watched. They were angry. They would send their strongest warriors. The war was just beginning. The night was quiet. Kai sat alone, his hands glowing faintly in the dark. He remembered the faces of his fallen friends. The pain, the hope, the fire inside him. I'm not just fighting for me, he whispered. I'm fighting for all humans. HFY First 5 to 7 minutes. Suddenly, the ground shook. Alarms blared across the base. Reese ran in. They're here. The High Council sent their best warriors. Kai stood. His eyes burned bright red. We fight tonight, he said. Scene. Preparing for the final battle. The humans readied their weapons. Kai practiced his firepower, pushing it harder. Lyra came close. Don't lose control. The fire can save us, or destroy us. Kai nodded. I'll be ready. Scene. The enemy arrives. Outside, dark ships filled the sky. Alien warriors landed, wearing heavy armor and carrying powerful weapons. They moved like shadows, fast and deadly. Kai saw the leader, an alien general with glowing green eyes. He smiled cruelly. Fireblood. Tonight, your fire dies. Scene. The battle begins. Explosions lit the sky. The stolen alien ship flew fast through the clouds. Inside, Kai sat beside Lyra. His hands still glowed softly. He looked at them, breathing hard. What am I? He asked. Lyra didn't answer. Her eyes were locked on the radar screen. Behind them, red lights flashed. Enemy ships incoming. They're chasing us, she said. How many? Kai asked. Too many. HFY First 5 to 7 minutes. Alarms screamed inside the ship. The whole place shook as plasma blasts exploded behind them. Kai looked out the back window. 3 alien fighters closed in fast. We're not going to make it, Lyra said. Their ships are faster. Kai stood up. Open the cargo door. What? You'll get sucked out. Just do it. Lyra hit a switch. The back hatch opened. Wind roared. The stars twisted. Kai stood at the edge of the open ship. He closed his eyes. The fire inside him began to grow. He jumped. Lyra screamed. Kai. Outside, Kai flew straight toward the lead alien fighter. The pilot's eyes widened. That's not possible. Boom. Kai smashed into the ship like a comet of fire. The alien fighter exploded in the sky. The other 2 ships turned, scared. Kai spun through the air, fire burning from his back. He reached the second ship and blasted it with fire from his hands. Second explosion. The third ship tried to escape, but Kai landed on its wing. He melted through the metal and pulled the pilot out, then threw him into space. Lyra saw it all. Her hands trembled. He's not human, she whispered. He's something more. Kai flew back into the ship, falling to the floor, exhausted. Did we lose them? He asked, smiling. Lyra stared at him. You didn't lose them. You destroyed them. Scene. A quiet moment. Later, in the ship's rest chamber, Kai sat with a bandage on his arm. I didn't know I could fly, he said. You didn't, Lyra replied. You're evolving. Fast. Kai looked out the window. You said there were others like me. Where are they? Lyra sighed. There used to be thousands. Now, maybe a few. They're hiding. Some are dead. But one place remains. A secret prison world. Your people are waiting there. What's it called? Tarnus 9. The Iron Planet. Scene. Landing on Tarnus 9. The ship came down on a dark, rocky world. Metal towers stood like skeletons. The air was thick with smoke. Kai and Lyra stepped out. This used to be a slave colony, Lyra said, but the humans took it back. Now it's a base. The last human army. They walked through the ruins. Broken alien machines lay everywhere. Suddenly, a gun clicked. Stop right there, a voice said. A tall man in old armor stepped out from the shadows. His hair was gray, his eyes sharp. I don't trust aliens, he said, pointing at Lyra. Kai stepped in front. She saved my life. She's not like them. The man looked at Kai's glowing arms. His eyes narrowed. You're him, he said. The fire blood. The stories are true. Kai nodded. Who are you? The man stepped forward. I'm Reese, commander of what's left of the Earth resistance. Scene. The last human base. Reese led them into a hidden base inside a mountain. Old Earth banners hung from the walls. Humans trained with guns and blades. We've been hiding here for 30 years, Reese said, waiting for a sign, waiting for a reason to fight again. Kai looked around. And now? Reese pointed at him. Now we have one. Scene. Fire test. Reese brought Kai to a chamber made of stone and steel. If you're truly one of the Fireborn, this test will prove it, he said. A giant alien machine was placed in front of him. A war drone, armed and deadly. Survive for 1 minute, Reese said. Then we'll believe you. The machine powered up. Guns turned toward Kai. The test began. Lasers fired. Kai dodged left, right, rolled behind a crate. He raised his hand. Flames shot out. The machine blocked it with a shield. It fired again. This time, a missile. Boom. Kai was thrown back, but stood up again. His eyes turned full red. He screamed, and a wave of fire blasted out in all directions. The machine melted. The flames stopped. Smoke filled the room. Kai stood in the center, untouched. Reese smiled. You passed. Scene. A new mission. Reese gathered the human fighters. We attack in 2 days, he said. A fuel station on the edge of the alien empire. If we hit it, we cut off their supplies. But it's suicide, someone said. Not with him, Reese replied, looking at Kai. In the shadows, an alien spy watched. He tapped a button on his hidden wrist device. Signal sent. The lab door opened slowly. Kai stepped out, shaking, tired, but free. The blue-skinned alien girl walked beside him, fast and quiet. Stay close, she whispered. If they see us, they'll kill us both. Kai nodded. His body still hurt. His arms had glowing red lines, strange marks that burned softly in the dark. He touched them. They felt warm, like fire under his skin. They moved through empty hallways. Sirens started in the distance. They know, she said. We have little time. Where are we going? Kai asked. To the shipyard. There's a way off this planet. Kai stopped. Why are you helping me? You're one of them. The girl looked back. My name is Lyra, and I'm not like them. My father told me what your people were before the war. You weren't slaves. You were warriors. But the galaxy feared you. Why? Kai asked. She pointed to his glowing arms. Because of that. Because of the fire inside you. FLASHBACK. 100 years ago. Lyra's voice continued as images flashed in Kai's mind. There was a time when humans rose up. They had no fleets, no power, But one day, fire came from their hands. Cities burned. Alien warships fell. They called it Ignis. Kai saw it. Humans on alien worlds, covered in flames, screaming with power, destroying everything. They feared it so much, they hunted every fireblood and killed them. They said the fire was a curse, but some believed it was the key to freedom. Back in HFY. Kai touched his arm again. Why me? Why now? Because it's starting again, Lyra said. And you're the first. Suddenly, boom! An explosion rocked the hallway. Guards ran toward them. Energy weapons pointed at Kai. Stop right there. Kai looked at Lyra. Run or fight. She said, fight. The air changed. Kai's heartbeat slowed. The pain in his body disappeared. The fire inside him woke up. His hands glowed. His eyes burned red. The guards opened fire, but the lasers melted before touching him. Kai raised his arm, and fire exploded from his hand like a wave. The walls melted. The guards screamed. Some dropped their weapons and ran. Lyra covered her face from the heat. When the flames cleared, the hallway was full of smoke and silence. Kai stood in the center, breathing hard, his skin steaming. I didn't know I could do that, he whispered. You didn't, Lyra said. But now you do. They kept moving. Kai could feel the fire still burning in his blood. It didn't hurt anymore. It felt right, like it had always been there. They reached the shipyard, a large area with alien shuttles and machines. Lyra pointed. That one. It's small and fast. They ran toward the ship, but more guards were waiting. This time, Kai didn't wait. He raised his hand again, and fire roared from the ground. The alien floor cracked. The guards screamed and fell back. One shot hit Kai's shoulder. He grunted, but the wound closed in seconds. I'm not a slave, he said. Not anymore. They reached the ship. Lyra jumped into the pilot's seat. Kai sat beside her. Where do we go now? He asked. She started the engines. To the place where your people still fight. To the hidden prison planet. That's where the old resistance lies. Kai looked out the window as the ship took off. Behind them, the prison camp burned. Smoke covered the alien sky. A new voice crackled on the radio. Cold. Cruel. He escaped. The fireblood has awakened. An alien officer replied. Should we alert the High Council? No, the voice said. Send him a message. Burn the city where he was born. Let him remember what fear feels like. Far away on a dead planet, old humans trained in shadows. A flag with Earth's symbol still waved. A soldier named Reese looked at the stars. He's coming, Reese said. I feel it. The fire has returned.